Hi friends, we will understand updating. So, first we will retrieve the data from our MySQL table and present to the users, and then after changes by the users will the same data will update to MySQL table. This is our basic template we will be using. At this line number 11 you can see this config.php file holds our database connection. This will be using. First we will start with id equal to 2. This id is the unique identification we have kept in our column. So, that we will be using to retrieve a particular record. So, id equal to 2. Now, we will start with our query. Query will say select star from PDO admin is our table name, where id equal to, we are using a placeholder instead of directly using the variable. Sorry, fine. So, query is ready. Now, we will prepare it. Prepare statements. Our variables will declare a variable step. You can use any other name. dbo. Sorry, this dbo is what we have declared inside our config.php file, that we are using it here. This dbo is, now we will say prepare, and we will take the query here. Fine. Now, we will bind the parameters. So, we will say step, we will say bind param. Fine. What is the first we will say the placeholder, it is id we have used. Now, the variable where from the data will be taken. Now, we will say PDO. We are telling that this is a integer, not a string. So, and the length is 2. Fine. Up to this is okay. So, now once the binding is, now we will execute it. We will say that if the execution is successful, then store it in a object. If it is failure, then print the error message. For that, we will say step execute. This will return true or false. If it is successful, it will return true, otherwise false. So, we will put it in a, that's why I have kept it in a if block. Let us first write the else part, we will miss it otherwise. Okay, else is there. Inside the else, we will say print r. Now, what is that? Is that error info we want to print it. We will say error info. Fine, just print the error info in case if it is there. Now, we will create the object with our data. So, it is a single data. So, we will say row step, this is our we are using. Now, we will say this fetch PDO. Now, we will say fetch object. Close it. So, that's all. This should tell me, okay, if it is work successful or not. We will say by giving one, writing one statement here, success. Let me just give one line break also. So, once this success is printed, means so far it is fine. Now, then we will move to the next step. I have saved it. Let me refresh it and see. Yeah, success has come. So, now this object will display inside a table with the input field. So, for the users to change the data, and then we will move for updation. Instead of typing all that HTML table code tr, td and all, I just copied it. I am pasting it here. You can see in this table there are few things to understand, that this is a inside the table is kept inside a form, and the action is pointing to PDO update 2.php page, where you will receive the data and handle it. The method is post method, and we have kept one hidden input type hidden tag, because we want to the form to carry the id value also, because that is the row what you will be updating. Now, you can see in the all the input fields we have one input type one value field. That value field contains the name, row name. This you see, this particular one, this row we have declared it at the top, that object. So, the value of name, then the row password, these two we are displaying for the user to update it, these input fields, and the user can change this value. I have saved it. Let us refresh and see. Yeah, you can see the name is coming as myadmin test2, because this value whatever by default is presented is taken from here, this row, and this is what we have actually collected, this row value from here, this line. So, this is directly we are fetching our data from the table for the particular ID equal to 2, and we are presenting it inside a table for the visitor or user to update it, change it and update it. User can make it test, change it to 4, and once it submits it, it will update the rows or update the record, that particular record it will update. That we will learn now. We are inside our PDO update 2.php. We have to collect 3 data from the users. We will try one by one. First we will say let us collect ID. This is the hidden field what you have used. So, variable ID is equal to post. Now we will say ID. Now after that we have here, you can see the name field. So, ID, sorry, this is the name, post, and this one is name. Fine. Now similarly password. Actually password should not have been a text field, it should have been a password field. For our understanding, we are using a password as a simple text field. So our purpose here is to just understand the data insertion. Subsequently we will understand how password field and user ID email field works. These are the password, again post method. Fine, these 3 variables are ready. Now we will write our query. So this query will use. So we will say in this update PDO admin. This is our table name. Now set. Now we will say name equal to, here placeholder name. Now comma. Now password equal to, again placeholder password, where ID equal to, again placeholder ID. Without this where condition, it will update all the records. So we have put a condition where ID equal to placeholder ID. Now this will will bind our parameters. Now sorry, before that we will say our variable step equal to our DBO. This is we have declared inside our config.php file that we are using here. Now this is the, we will say prepare, and we will say the our query we are written at the, just written at the top. Now will prepare statement is over. Now we will say the our parameters will bind step. Now we will say bind param. Now first let us say we will go in the sequence, we will say name. So this is our placeholder, variable is name again. Now we will say PDO param, this is string str, length is let us say 20. Now we will copy this, paste it here. After name it is password, variable is password. We will maintain the same string length also. Now we will paste it again, this time it is ID. So we will say placeholder is ID, variable is ID, and PDO, it's not no more a string, it's a integer. So we will say int, let us say length is 3. Now binding a parameter is over. Now we will execute our query. So we will say if step execute. Now execute is returns true if the execution is successful, otherwise it will give the false. So we can print the error message. So this is the one where you will read, you will say that successfully updated. Now we will say else. If it is not, what? We will print the error message. So we will say print r. Now we will say DBO error info. So we will print the error info here. Then if step execute, if step is executable, we will say echo successfully updated record, or you can write anything, whatever message you want. Now that's all. This should save it and this should work. Okay, now for a change, now let's check it. We'll say password is test4. I am checking my admin. Let me just submit it. successfully updated record. Fine. To check it what is updated, now let's go back to again update. You can see by default it is test 4 only. So I can change this also, or anything I can change, it will be reflected. So now I am reading the record. Now let's make it test 6 and changing the value and updating it. Successfully updated record. Now let's again go to update and see that default value is text 6 now. We know we are here updating one record. So we can also find out from MySQL that how many records are updated. So we'll say, let's come one more if condition we can use. If now say we'll say step, we'll use row count. This will tell us how many records are updated. If row count is not equal to 1, then what we will say is not equal to 1, then means we'll say echo no record updated. Now this situation may come when you have nothing to say. It was before test 6, earlier also test. We didn't change anything but click the submit button. That case it will come. Else we'll say one record is updated. Fine. Now you can remove this also. Now this condition here it is because only one record is updated, so we can directly use this is not equal to 1. There may be a command where will be multiple records are getting updated. In that case this value may not be equal to 1, it may equal to some other integer value based on the number of records updated. So let's save this and now we'll update this. Now let's first change this to a new value. We are putting it as test 7, so we expect one record to be updated. So one record is updated. Here we'll change it. Fine, one record is updated. Now let's come back here. Now without doing any change, let's update. Let's click the submit button. No record updated, because though there is no error, nothing, but we have not added anything new to it, so there is no record is actually updated, but there is no error. So the first if condition, this part of the code is executed, and this code is executed, and because it is not equal to 1, so this part is not equal to 1, so this line is printed. Now this is how we'll update the records. Now we can go for multiple update, and accordingly we can display various results. So how many records are deleted, how many records are updated, how many records are inserted, all those commands also we can display.